Okay, so part 2. So they finally did give me the catheter. I filled up an entire bag plus another. Can you imagine what would have happened to me? It's really scary to think. So, Colton's head did come down finally. Really easily after that. And that was when I went into full-blown labor. He broke my bag. And Colton had pooped a lot. His hands were covered. He had pooped. This kid was stuffed. And of course that was worrisome to the doctors because they didn't want him to breathe it in. And considering how much he had pooped because of the stress of those really intense contractions, they had to have a pediatrician and a couple other people on staff to make sure that everything was okay. So finally it came time to push, at least what I thought. And I had the nurse check me, and she said, "No, there's no way, you're not ready." So she checked me and she says, "Oh yeah, he's coming down, but he's not down for far enough. You need to soften up a little bit more." I guess she said my cervix was still not completely open. She had to, I forget how it exactly worked. So the other nurse came in, and I had her check me instead. And when she checked me, I mean, it felt like somebody was pushing a bowling ball out my butt. I'm sorry. It's the only way you can explain it. It was the worst pressure in my lower half towards the back. Really bad. And so the nurse checked me, and she saw his head coming out. She said, "Call the doctor." She was calling the doctor. Doctor hadn't showed up. He was taking his sweet time. It took him about 10 minutes to get there. Right before the doctor came in, the nurse said, "That's it. If he doesn't come in the next 30 seconds, I'm delivering this baby by myself." So, wow. So the doctor came in, put me in the stirrups, hiked me up, said, "Okay, push." And I did. I really regret not being able to take my time, though. He really rushed me. I mean, they were trying to get this baby out in about a minute or less. It was incredibly fast. I had a 2nd-degree tear, but apparently it wasn't that bad. And Colton was born within about 5 or 6 pushes. It was very, very hard. And it was very fast. And immediately after he was born, Dakota was behind me on top of a table. And he saw Colton, and he began crying, going like this, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." And the nurses had him come over to the table where they were cleaning him, and were checking him out. He had actually pushed out most of all the meconium and the fluids and stuff out of his lungs and his throat and his nose by himself by crying. They couldn't believe it. I actually have a video of him pushing out the bubbles. So he managed to not get anything and no infections. He was perfectly fine. So he was born, and he was absolutely beautiful. They tried to measure him. I guess the nurse couldn't flatten him out, so she said he was 19.5 inches. But we measured him at home, and he was close to about 20 to 21 inches. So they were off a little bit. But he was 7 pounds, 11.1 ounces, and absolutely perfect. So I'm sorry this is such a very fast talking video, but I guess I'm just trying to get a lot in. But I had to share that. I'm sure maybe I'll do a much calmer, nicer video later. It's just, I want to get it done. Let you guys know. Definitely would love to do it naturally, but I don't know. I guess the doctor really tried to push the fact that since my contractions were so close together, that it'd probably be best if I did, so that way they could calm down and I could relax, because I was very tense. But breathing and praying definitely did help, and having Davina there helped amazingly too. So that's my story, and little Colton is right here. So I'll end my video with a little shot of my 8-week-old. And there he is, hanging out in the sun. Hi. He's perfect. Alright, I love you guys, and thank you for watching, and I'm sorry this was a yip yap fast video, but alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye!